In this video, I'm going to show you two methods for cutting out pattern pieces, using shears and using a rotary cutter. This is the piece I'm going to cut out. It's already pinned. There's another video about how to pin correctly. But just so you're not thinking about it the whole time, wondering what this is, it's the earpiece for one of these little baby sleepers, like this one or this vest, to make it look like a little bear. So it's an ear. I'm going to start with the rotary cutter and then the shears. Let's start rotary cutter. So rotary cutters are great for cutting out straight edges. So we're going to use it on these two edges. They're not great on curves, so we're going to use the shears for this part. Let's start. So you have your rotary cutter, and right now it's in the closed position. To open it, you press the handle, and then on the back there's this red button. You push in, and that locks it. So now it's locked in the open position. You want to be careful when it's in the open position not to touch the blade because it can be sharp, and when you're done with it, you always put it back in the closed position. So you push this button on this side this time, which releases the handle and sheaths it again. So when you're done, make sure it's closed. But we're going to use it, so we push the handle, push the red button in the back to lock it, and now we're ready to go. Another part of using a rotary cutter is you always need to have a cutting mat underneath your fabric. You also always need a straight edge to help you cut. So let's do this. I'm going to cut these two edges. They're both straight, but they're not like straight across, so I'm gonna have to do it in two waves, two goes. So I line up my straight edge with the edge of the pattern piece that I want to cut. Using my left hand, I stabilize this ruler, and my right hand, I'll cut. But I'm going to rotate this because it makes it a lot easier. So let's get it here, and let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so my left hand is securing this. I'll get the glare out of the way, and my right hand is going to be cutting. So I put my straight edge right along the edge of my pattern, and my rotary cutter right along the edge of my straight edge. I press down and push like that. Did you see how my hand kind of shifted when I started pushing? You want to be aware of that, careful of that. Don't let it shift too much, but look, I have a nice clean cut there. Now I'm going to do the other side. So now I've aligned my straight edge with this edge. I'm going to put it on top. There we go. It's lined up with this edge of the pattern. I'm going to put my rotary cutter right on the edge of my straight edge. I'm going to push really hard this time with my left hand to keep the ruler from moving. Now I push with my right, go forward, and look at that. Two nice straight edges. Super simple and nice and clean. Okay, now for the second part, we're going to use shears because a rotary cutter is not great with curves. So let me show you what I did. I had my shears and they're in their cover, and I'm going to take the cover off so they're exposed. When I'm done, I'm going to put the cover back on because these are also very sharp. But shears are just like scissors, but you only use them on fabric. I'll show you. I'm going to get my scissors, my shears, I should say, underneath my fabric, and I'm going to cut around right along this pattern piece edge. You can see I'm trimming off a little bit of the pattern. That's because I didn't cut the pattern perfectly at first. So I'm trying to cut along this blue edge without cutting like the blue off, but there's a little bit of tissue paper on the other side of the blue that makes it that I'm cutting off. Let me just stay under there. Okay, and that's that. Now I have a cute little ear cut out, ready to mark it, which will be part of a different video.